to the midfield for Eric Harris, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Trial starts so I gotta drive on home. Are getting their cameras out again. They're still drawing. I guess they thought they'd leave fast, and they have not left here. This is the site at the beginning. Site. This is amazing.
Eric Harris. Kika Mashe Bobo Eric Harrison family. Kika Mashe Bobo African family. Kika Mashe all of our extended families and loved ones. Kumani Ire. Ashe, let there be good fortune amongst us.
Ashe.
Kika Mashe Andre Harrison family. Fumini Ire in the courtroom.
Ashe.
Kosiboruku. Let there be no wickedness in the courtroom.
Ashe.
Kosi Wahala. Let there be no confusion in the courtroom. Kosi Ofo. Let there be no loss in the courtroom. Kika Ashe and Eric Harris. Ashe.
Bobo Ashe.
Ashe. Mother.
Ain't no party like an African party. An African party don't want. It don't stop. It don't stop.
Good to see you again.
Hey,
how you doing, Gavin?
Good.
Good to see you.
Bay is their base word.
I thought those were your young ones. I saw them moving. I said,
That's all right.
everybody I know. How y'all doing? Y'all was working it out.
That was good. That's all it is.
Mofefe means I want to marry you.
No, Monife. I love you.
My memory. I studied with someone that was from the valley, the valley in Nigeria, the oil valley.
Yeah, there's different ways of saying it.
And I hope some stuff is coming
Especially
out.
the night work what do you call I'm glad I
Because you said something to me at the end of the
like it. I gotta go check the
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wonderful.
No problem.
All right, so that was the vigil for Eric Harris. That was moving. So that was Yoruba that they were saying from Nigeria, which I thought Faye was the basic of their language, but I was wrong. It was Ife, which means love. I think it's pretty cool to have a language that's based on the word love. I don't know, do you? I think so. So this has been another very loud episode, but moving. Political Woodstock Media. I'll be home soon. I don't know if I'll have time to do the call-in show. Got a lot of stuff to get done tomorrow. We have court where Robert Bates is being... Where's my key? He's being charged with manslaughter and should be first-degree murder if you ask me. Anytime you leave your car and you have your gun in your hand and you're going there and you're pulling your gun, typically when you work with a, military group, they usually make the trigger where you have to pull harder. I forget the name of the term, but you have to pull harder for it. Because they want you to remember that there are consequences to pulling that trigger. Excuse me. Let me get a drink. My throat is just itchy. They were burning some sage. It was wonderful. So, I'll go there tomorrow. I really don't think it's going to be a big hoopla tomorrow. They're wanting to meet there at noon. And this is at the Tulsa County Courthouse. Yes, the Tulsa County Courthouse. We were at the place where Eric Harris was murdered 1 year. I believe it's 12 days ago. It was on April 2nd. Oh, I like that song. You guys hear that? I guess I can talk while I podcast. That's what I'm going to do right now. Mix 96. Let's see what I've done. light has not come on. This is a good omen. Because I had to replace the brake fluid all the time. So here we're going to go through North Tulsa, which everybody thinks it's a bad area. It is not a bad area. It does not have a high crime rate the way it used to. We're going to drive through the area of Greenwood, where they burnt down Tulsa in 1921. And what happened to Eric Harris is a continuation of 1921. A lot of people say, oh, that was in the past, that was in the past. No, not really. No, not really. Because back then, it was the sheriff that... Let me go ahead and turn this down. It was the sheriff that got everybody to come out with their guns. As long as you could carry a rifle and you were white, they deputized you. They made you a volunteer deputy. Well, guess who shot Eric Harris? Yeah, you're right. It was a volunteer deputy. I hope I don't fall into the ditch over here. That would not be fun. Let me go and turn on my brights. It's dark down this way. Lots of overgrowth with the trees. Pretty, though. I like a lot of overgrowth. Alrighty. Let's go through here and hope no one hits me. Okay, no one hits me. And 1921. What happened is a young man that would shine shoes, he had to go to the bathroom. And in downtown Tulsa at that time, if you needed to go to the restroom and you were not white, there was only one restroom that you could use. It was on the 11th or 12th floor in a building downtown. And he tripped into the elevator, and there was a woman, a young woman of ill repute, I might add, that he fell into when he went into the elevator because it wasn't quite even. She screamed rape, and there was nothing going on, mind you. And she later confessed, nothing going on. Oh, hold on, I gotta put on the defroster. So there was nothing going on. And they put him in jail, supposedly for his own protection, because, of course, Tulsa was a Klan town. No ifs, ands, or buts, Klan. And people were already organizing to get this boy, he was a man, out of the jail and string him up. Their lynchings were common. Definitely common. And this was the very beginning of June of 1921. And what is significant about that summer? Well, I'll tell you what's significant about it. It was the summer the streets turned red. That's what they called it. The summer the streets turned red. There were so many race riots. Numerous. St. Louis was another large race riot. But Tulsa was going to take the cake. Tulsa was going to make that part of the area where African Americans were segregated to live in, it was going to make it look like a war zone. Worse than Berlin, who at that time was the Las Vegas of the area. Berlin, just a little history lesson. We're going to go up Lewis right now. I don't know why I haven't done this before. I love doing this. I absolutely love doing this. And that was a green light officer. Do not pull me over. I have a very old